So this is the direction of dB, the magnetic field, and magnetic field is perpendicular to both this dl and r because it is a cross product. It is a cross product. So it is perpendicular to both dl and r. So this is the direction of dB. It is perpendicular to the plane formed by dl and r. So here I have shown a plane formed by dl and r, and it is perpendicular to both of them, this magnetic field. Now this magnetic field can be divided into two components. One component parallel to x-axis, which is dbx. Another component perpendicular to this axis, which is db perpendicular. So we have two components, perpendicular component and this parallel component or x component of this magnetic field. So we have two components. Let us say this angle which it makes from this horizontal component is theta. This angle is theta. Now let us see what happens next. It has an x component dbx. So dbx is the x component. So this was db, and the x component dbx, and one y component. Y component is db perpendicular. So this has these components, and a component perpendicular to x-axis, which is db perpendicular. So we have two components. When the components of perpendicular to the x-axis are summed over, they cancel out and we obtain null result. What is the meaning of this line? So they are trying to say this perpendicular components, if we sum of all of them, they will cancel each other. So let us see how. So here you can see that if this dl is upward, this db perpendicular is also upward. If we take dl downward, there must be same magnitude of db perpendicular, but this time this will be downward. So both, this one is plus, another one is minus, both will cancel out. Let us take 1 dB here, then what will happen? This dB perpendicular would be in this direction, inside. If one is exist here, one must exist here as well. So this will come out. So this dB perpendicular and dB perpendicular will again cancelled out. So in all condition, this dB perpendicular will cancel out. See it again. If dl is up, this dB perpendicular is also up. If it is down, this dB perpendicular is also down. So both dB perpendicular will get cancelled out. So because of this symmetry, so if it is here, let us say this dB is here, dl is here, so dB would be inside, sorry, outside. If dl is inside, then this dB will also be inside. In all condition, the contribution will cancel out. For this dl, up, down, up and down get cancelled. So this perpendicular components will get cancelled because of the symmetry. So read this sentence once again. When the components perpendicular to the x-axis are summed over, so they are summed over, they cancel out and we obtain a null result, because for every plus we get one minus, for every out we get one in. For this direction we also get one negative. For every direction we have one negative component. So this will cancel out in the perpendicular direction. So only component remaining is dbx. So this db perpendicular is cancelled out. For example, db perpendicular component due to dl is cancelled by the contribution due to the diagrammatically opposite dl element. Okay, so this is cancelled out by diametrically opposite dl. So this plus cancelled by minus. Similarly, this side cancelled by this side cancelled by this side, and this side cancelled by this side. So opposites will cancel out. So only remaining component is dbx. So we had this kind of structure. So this was db and this angle was theta. So this was dbx. Now we always know if it is db, so what would be dbx? dbx would be db cos theta. dbx is equal to db cos theta. Let us remove this vector sign because we are talking about the magnitude, and this would be perpendicular would be db sin theta. But this gets cancelled out because equal and opposite contribution. So what we have? Only dbx. dbx is db cos theta. db cos theta. Now let us see what is the value of cos theta. Cos theta is simply r square upon x square plus r square to the power half. Let us see how this term cos theta has come. Let us see this whole line. So you know this whole angle is 180 degree. This whole angle is 180 degree, and this small angle is theta. This is theta, and we have already done. So this B is perpendicular to this line, this R. So this angle is 90 degree. So this is theta, this is 90 degree. This remaining angle is 180 minus 90 minus theta. That means 90 minus theta. So this remaining angle is 90 minus theta, because this is 90, this is theta, this is 90 minus theta. So let me remove this thing. So this angle is 90 minus theta. Now see this triangle. This triangle. Again see this triangle. If this angle is 90 minus theta and this angle is 90. So how much this angle would be? This angle would be theta, because all three angle must be 180 degree. So this angle would be theta. So now total all these angle 90 plus 90 minus theta plus theta. So all the angles are 180 degree for a triangle. So this angle is 90 minus theta. This angle is 90. This angle is theta. So now let us see this angle theta, because this angle between this R and this R is equal to this angle theta. So both the angles are equal. So now for this angle cos theta, what is cos theta? Cos theta is simply base. Base is equal to R upon hypotenuse. So cos theta is capital R upon small r. And what is the value of small r? From here we can get the value of this small r is equal to this r square is equal to x square plus r square. Now let me remove this square. So what do we get? We get power half or under root of this. Power half of this. So what is cos theta now? Cos theta is simply capital R upon x square plus r square to the power half. R upon x square plus r square to the power half. That is our cos theta. So now let us put the value of cos theta. So here we have the value of cos theta, which is r upon x square plus r square to the power half. We have dB, value of dB, and this dBx is equal to dB cos theta. So dBx is simply dB. Let us put the value of dB from here and cos theta from here. So what do we get? So mu naught upon 4 pi, mu naught upon 4 pi, ideal, ideal. Okay. In the downwards we have x square plus r square here and half power from here. So 1 power from here and half power from here. So x square plus r square to power 3 by 2 and this r from cos theta. So this is how we got the value of dBx. See it once again. Cos theta is simply r by x square plus r square to the power half, and dBx is equal to dB and cos theta. So dB is, so let us put the value of dB and cos theta. So dB is mu upon 4 pi, so mu upon 4 pi. Ideal, ideal, this r from here, r, and x square plus r square 1 power from here and half power from here. So this total is 3 by 2 power. So this is very important question, and every year it comes in the exams. So now let us take the sum of this all elements of this loop. So if we sum all these elements, the total loop is 2 pi r. Total loop is 2 pi r. Let's put the value 2 pi here r in this expression.